Need to take off if she's wearing this
Everything but the waist.
for a humerus, or all these
Oh.
shoulder pictures.
From the waist up.
Waist up, cause bra too has the little snappy things in the back, so. Not pregnant, got her name, everything. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is we need the shoulder joint and the elbow joint, so a little step to your left. There we go. I'm gonna lower this down till both cracks are included. And I like to look at the shadows of my fingers. A little step to your left. See how both of my fingers are in there, in the shadow? And I'm touching that and I'm touching that. So I know that both joints are inside the light field. I'm gonna go ahead and line that up. Put our, well, no, we don't mark her yet. Okay, right now we're penetrating her boob. We don't wanna do that, we wanna penetrate the humerus. So a little step to your left again. A little more. Right there. And now we're hitting her arm. So we're gonna turn until the epicondylar plane's parallel, which it is right there. We don't even need to turn our hand over. It's parallel. And I'm gonna show just a little bit of collimation, not too much. I could go a little bit more, but look what's happening over here. We don't know if we're losing shoulders joints, so don't go crazy with it. Right marker right there, shielded. Hold your breath. Beat, breathe. So that is an AP external rotation. I'm gonna change the cassette, and all I'm gonna do is take her arm and turn it until this epicondylar plane is perpendicular. Keep turning. Can you go any more?
This one's lateral?
Yeah, there. Teeny bit to your left. Okay. Hold your breath. Beat. So that is an AP external and then an internal, which makes the humerus lateral. All right, Rosie, I need you. What's next on the list? My brain's not here.
Neutral humerus.
Oh, okay, neutral humerus. Relax. Hold your breath. Beep.
Sorry.
That's neutral, right? You're gonna set it up all the same way. You're just not gonna do that flipping. However her arm is, just do it. That's the end of it.
This one's not that bad.
Thing is, it's easy on you, but you try and pick like Andrew, your finger's gonna be like here and there, and it's gonna be like, but you can't just make the light field bigger because the cassette's not bigger, right? Plus, remember, when the light field looks like it's stopping here, but you got a little bit more, it's gonna get a little bit bigger, so you should be able to fill anybody on a 14 by 17. Transthoracic, thank you. Okay, so I just did this neutral humerus because this arm's possibly broken. So now we need one 90 degrees from that. So this is the injured arm. So I'm gonna turn her and put your arm right there. So come forward, make it nice and lateral. Okay, now we're gonna raise this arm up and out of the way and make that shoulder lift up. There we go.
The other arm just flat against it?
It's just right up against it. This looks weird, right? You're like, there's no way that's gonna get that humerus, but it's gonna go all the way up there by the time it gets there. What marker are we using?
Right.
Right marker. So the best thing is to, when she's not in the way, put it right there and then bring her in. It's not gonna be in the way.
Would you collimate if you know? No.
I already collimated in from the neutral, so just leave it.
No, like for if we get this one, we would just leave it 14 by 17 and then put them against it.
What I would do if you pick this for a comp is set up for a neutral
And then turn.
and then turn.
Oh.
Because you can't see anything on this. You have no idea where you're at. So you need to set up for a neutral and then turn.
And you can collimate while you're doing the neutral, right?
Yeah, get it all set up like you're doing the neutral and just turn her. Breathe normal. Beep. That's it.
AP
Okay.
external.
All right, shoulder views. So now back up against there again. So we're done with the humerus, now we're doing a shoulder. All shoulders are done on this because we just need shoulder, so smaller cassette. Okay, I'm gonna go 10 by 12, 12, 10. Other way, 10, 12. Okay. Focus. 10, 12, 10. Okay, we said that the central ray is 1 inch below coracoid, but we have no idea where that is. So step to your left. Okay. So we just need to see light above her. You know you have the top of the shoulder. If I see light over here, I know I have the humerus. And how much clavicle do we have to have?
2/3.
2/3. Well, here's her end of her clavicle, so I have the entire thing on there, so she fits completely. I'm gonna go ahead and line this up, put a right marker right there. And first I need an external, so turn, stop, a little too much, there we go. Hold your breath, beep. Change my cassette. Take this and turn it internally. Hold your breath, beep. It's just like the humerus, right? You're just getting less. All right,
Posterior oblique
Grace
shoulder.
sheet. All right, we need to put the glenoid cavity on profile. It's gonna take 35, 45 degrees. So I'm gonna turn 35, 45. Glenoid cavity is right here in that scapulohumeral joint. So I'm just gonna move this up. See how I can see that's hitting right in the center there? Line that up. What we're looking at is this big. So we're gonna show collimation, but leave enough for a marker. Right marker right there. Hands aren't doing anything, nothing's happening. Hold your breath, beep. This is the one I said if you pick this, you'll think you got it wrong because it's just too easy. You'll be in and out here in, I was gonna say 2 minutes, but 20. All right, what's next?
AP neutral shoulder.
Okay, so that's, yeah, I need to move that order, because that's just back right where we just were. 12 by 10. Just move it, and relax your hand. Right marker, hold your breath, beep. Same thing as the neutral humerus, just we're just getting the shoulder, not the entire humerus.
Scapular and wide.
Oh, the wide, yeah. Yay. Okay, think of your scapula laterally. Is it bigger this way or this way?
Up and down.
So we want to put our cassette how?
Portrait.
Right? So for the wide view, because we need to get the entire scapula. When we just did that shoulder, we don't need the entire scapula because we're not looking at the scapula. Now we need the scapula in a wide view. So we're gonna flip our numbers, 10 by 12. Okay, we got two options. First one is this is the injured arm, so you're gonna hold it across here. And I'm gonna do a right scapula, so we're gonna turn. And what I'm lining up is the medial border of her scapula and her humeral head. And when I do that, see my hand right here, how that's perpendicular to the IR? This looks like a tangential, but it's not. See how her scapula is just right on there? And our central ray is scapulohumeral joint. So if I feel under the head of the humerus, when it makes that dip right there, that's the scapulohumeral joint. Looks too easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Once you start practicing, you'll be like, it doesn't look right, but that's it. There's gonna be all this empty room over here, but it's because the scapula is so superficial and you wanna put it right down the center of the IR. So here's our olive, and it's sitting inside the martini glass, right there. So this one is pretty, but what's the problem with this? A lot of OID. I don't wanna confuse you on your videos. Right now I'm doing the right scapula, but because I want you to be able to see it, I'm gonna switch and do the left scapula. Okay, so switch this arm. That one across. Putting the humeral head right in the center of the line, lining up these. That's a left Y view. Okay, it's that easy. What you're really doing is you're kind of lateral and you're going, this scapula's in the way, you're blocking this scapula, get out of the way. You're just kind of shoving it out of the way a little bit and saying, get out. And now my hand is, see how narrow my fingers are? If she wasn't rotated enough, see what my fingers are doing? You want them superimposed and on top of each other to know that she's nice and a lateral scapula. And I'm just gonna say, hold your breath, beep. Okay?
AP clavicle.
All right, back up against there. Now, do we want our cassette landscape or portrait?
Landscape.
Because,
The clavicle's longer.
all right,
This way.
right clavicle, step that way. All right, central raise mid clavicle. I can feel her clavicle right there. So I'm just gonna put that right on her clavicle. Come back towards me a little bit. Okay, show some collimation. Not that way, that way. Right marker. We definitely have this joint, which is the SC, and we have this one, which is the AC. Everything's on there. I showed some collimation, right marker. We want to elevate the clavicle, so what are we gonna do? Deep breath in, hold it, beep. Breathe and relax. All right, next we need an axial. It's between 15 and 30. 15 is for hyperstenic, 30 is for astenic. She is neither. So we're going to do, I don't know, 20-ish. I can see you're big. I said you're neither. You're not a skinny mini. You're not.
I'm trying to get a skinny.
All right, so I angled and I'm gonna put it right back where I had it, on the clavicle, exact same place. Did I fail? I didn't turn my cassette for the AP clavicle.
You did fail.
But it's a possibility I got it.
You still fail.
All right, right marker, deep breath in, hold it, beep. Now, if you were to pick a PA clavicle, which is not normal to do, this is the normal, but if you were to get a PA, the best way to do that is to set her up this way, right? So I'm gonna do 20 degrees here. I'm gonna set her up. And now I'm gonna turn her. We're doing your right clavicle this way.
That's in the comp?
Yeah, it could be an AP or a PA axial, but if you pick a PA, how would you ever know where to put it, how big to make the light or anything from the back? So do it from the front and then flip her around.
And it's 20 degrees.
I put it on 20 because it's 15 to 30. She's
Okay.
not hyper or A, so just pick a number in between there.
I'm just almost back.
No.
Not there yet.
We're not.
She would put 25.
Right marker over in the corner, patient still. Inspiration beep.
Oh, AC joints.
Oh yeah, AC joints. All right, what's super special about AC joints?
That is too.
With and without wings.
True, but what is the only thing that's different in this entire class?
72?
That was 72.
I could have told you that.
All right, you step out to the side, Amari. So on your light field, we want to do a 14 by 17. What are we doing? 72, okay. 14 by 17, but I want to put 2 pictures on one cassette. So what size cassette do I want to have? We want to keep it 17, but we're going to take the 14 and change it to what? 7? Is that half of my cassette?
Yeah.
So that's half of my cassette right there. 14. You guys are gonna be so confused when you go to clinicals and they don't have cassettes. It's all DR. You'd be like, oh, my cassette. All right, come back in. All right, so I'm gonna take my first picture. The central ray is 1 inch above jugular notch. So there's my central ray for my first picture. What I need to do is only use the top half of the cassette. Can you see that? How I'm just using, you can do top or bottom, it doesn't matter. If you need to check yourself, you can do this and pull it out of transverse detent. See how I can see that now? I'm only on the top. Don't forget to put it back in transverse, you'll be in big trouble. That's just a way to check it.
Wait, so you just want the top half?
Yep, top half of the cassette. I'm gonna ask her to relax her arms down. Hold your breath. Beep. Now, just gonna take my Bucky and shift it so I'm on the bottom half of the cassette. See that we're on the bottom now? I'm going to hand her weights at the same time. Hold your breath. Beep. Drop the weights.
Which one's the weights one?
Doesn't matter if you do them first or second, doesn't matter.
Oh, this whole process is one shot.
Yeah, so if you were to pick AC joints, it's both. So it's gonna be 2 pictures. You're gonna only have one film cassette, but it's gonna be 2 pictures, right? So automatically you do one without weights and one with.
Wait, is it lined up or not anymore?
It is not lined up to the
'Cause you
Bucky.
have to get 2 on the
We
one.
did one picture here, and we did the second picture here. Mhm.
What was your marker at?
In the light field. Rosie?
Oh, IP scapula.
Oh, we're
Oh,
still.
the scapula. Oh, this
There's
is-
only one page.
There's
There's only a
one.
front.
No, I thought that was like.
That was week 1.
Yeah, I was gonna say, there's only a front. I did it last night.
Oh, 12,
Waste.
10.
This is how you know I
Well,
study.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So is the scapula long or wider?
The scapula is long.
No, we
Longer.
the last one was lateral.
Oh, we only got one more. Yeah.
Okay. Right scapula.
Mhm.
Central ray, what's the easiest one? It's mid scapula, but what's the easiest for us?
Axillary?
Isn't axilla the easiest?
Yeah.
So if I stick my finger in her armpit, there it is.
I might not want to do that.
I can't do that. I'll say left.
Okay, so now I know I have it at the right level. I'm gonna line that up. And now we're doing a right scapula, so it's midway between here and here, so step to your left. One more. Too much. There. So there's her scapula. I'm gonna put a right marker right there in the corner because it's about to disappear, or look like it's gonna disappear. So now arm 90 degrees, supinate.
Up.
Supinate.
Sorry.
You're moving, patient. A little bit to your left.
You're patient.
Too much.
Take a little
Come
step.
towards me, just a half a step. There we go.
Oh, wow, I could be a funny patient.
What's up?
So she's got ribs and lung markings blocking all that. So I'm gonna tell her to breathe normally. That was a 3-second exposure. So that is an AP scapula. Now we need a lateral scapula. It's pretty much gonna look like what?
Why?
Y view, but we wanna get the humerus gone. So you're gonna reach up and grab that shoulder, kinda get it out of the way. And now I'm gonna turn you. More. Right there, step that way, forward a little bit. She turns her head. Look at her scapula right here, I can feel it. So we don't wanna see that, right? That means you're penetrating nothing, so I'm gonna take her scapula and just stick it right there over those crosshairs. And that looks weird, but the scapula, we wanna take it and just portray it right there on that central ray. So hold your breath, beep, or for less OID, go over this way.
We can choose either one, right?
Yep. Turning.
I choose this.
There we go.
Do the first one.
Which one's the one where you can
Not doing all.
Now, what we're doing right now is she is 45 degrees and she's doing this. So we see what the best of her scapula, what part of her scapula, the body. If we want to see the coracoidocromion, I'm going to rotate her 60 and then this arm, come back with this arm, is going to go back here. You can choose to do either one. Ooh, look at that. See how it's jetting out there when she puts her arm back and you can just see the scapula right there being thrown on there.
So for the comp, it's not gonna say like.
No, it'll just say lateral scapula and you pick either one. Then I'm gonna ask you, well, why'd you put her hand back there? And you say, because I wanted to visualize the coracoidocromion. You say, check.
This is the only one I remembered.
That's it.
The 45 degree angle.
No, this is 60.
This is a lot.
60.
Other one
And
where
look at her
I was-
feet are just more than 45 degrees.
And then this one was where I was.
Yeah,
45.
and then you go. Dingleberry.
Oh.
Ew.
No.
Why you always so?